Matt said emotional damage. And I think one of the overriding things that I've seen is deflation.
Mm-hmm.
And so an agency feels deflated. And then especially for creatives, talk about the emotional cost of that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, Matt, the idea of trust on both sides. And I think that is, using TaylorMade as an example, longtime client. I support, clients and agencies having those, really candid conversations. I think you need to, if it's going to continue to be a long-standing relationship. So quarterly business reviews, half-year business reviews where you grade each other, I think is something that we've started to institute with the idea of forming longer-term relationships. And I'm also glad to see coming out of the report, one of the steps of what needs to be instituted is really more of that relationship management. That can be a great way to avoid a lot of pitches. But I think from that, it's different. And I think you also have to realize, yes, there's obviously financial impact for loss of business. There could be implications from a staffing perspective. But if the team is so demoralized, you don't have anyone really ready and wanting to work on it, wanting to kind of continue to charge up the hill, then that's something from an executive standpoint that you have to assess. And they're never easy decisions to do that. And we've been on the flip side of both of those things. I think one of the things that I found was interesting by looking at the data is, actually incumbents are kind of favored through the data. While it can be demoralizing, a lot of times it's in their favor if an incumbent continues to be part of the pitch process. We, with our, 5 years ago, our largest client at the time, started a review. New CMO came in, immediately instituted a review, and the writing was on the wall for us that we were not going to be the long-term partner. And I think that's also something, if we kind of talk about other things within this report, the CMO turnover aspect is also something that I think that is definitely has a impact on the review cadence and cycles that we're kind of experiencing right now as an industry, as that role is emerging. If it's a revenue role, is it a commerce role? The CMO role in general is very fluid and flexible from that standpoint. And the idea of professional services, is it? I mean, I just think as an idea, sometimes as an industry, we do a very poor job at proving that we are a business value creation engine. Yes, we create, imaginative ways that a brand can kind of come to life. But at the end of the day, the why consultants, management consultants are being able to charge the premium prices that they do is they connect their services back to business impact in the brand's terms. So I was also happy to kind of see that as like agencies, we need to do a better job at, selling ourselves and the impact that we can have on business, not just the marketing.